This is London B, and in the absence is Conrad. But today with us we have
United Advertiser, Mr. Neal Jones himself.
Awesome. How's it been going, man?
Been going great. Been going great. I can't complain. Growing day by day. Year by year, hour by hour.
Good. That's awesome. That's awesome. So I guess I can just jump right into it. What started you to? Matter of fact, what were you doing before you had your own advertising company?
Well, I was always hustling, willing, and dealing. And just been doing that since day one, selling clothes, shoes, purses, handbags, lingerie, a little bit of everything, middleman, broker,
But you was always like this sales type person,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Get people attention.
Since the age of probably 13 or so. So I would say it's just something I just started doing, picked up on, and just started having fun with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you say you picked up on it, what made you pick up on saying, you know what, I feel like starting my own company?
Well, I won't say it started to start my own company. I just, at a young age, I knew what I wanted out of life at a very young age. And I was always buying something, selling. Even, with that, playing with the camera, fooling around with the camera with different commercials and stuff on TV and things of that nature at a young age. Because my dad, he had one of them old, when we used to go on vacation a lot, he had his old, the VHS camera that goes into, and you
I know exactly what you're saying.
One of the big bazooka jokers, you know what I'm saying? So, over the years of watching that and playing with that and playing with the camera, and, I was just being creative,
Right. So you pretty much had a thing for the camera and sales and stuff.
Yeah, sales. It was just something that came natural. That's what the thing about it. It was just, I had that gift of gab or whatever, but it was not something that, it was just something more in me than how my life was. That was just what it is.
So when I'm saying like what started you to advertising, like what actually made you jump off the porch and say, you know what, I think I want to start doing advertising though?
Well, how that started was with me selling this and selling that, being broke here and there. I started to sell seafood, shrimp and stuff. And so I knew everybody was selling seafood and shrimp and whatever the case may be, and I never took nothing from took anything from nobody, but whatever they did. So I said, well, this. I said, since we all in this game, the only way, if we have the same prices, same competitive price, whatever the case may be, is to be different.
Right.
Really be different from how you produce your product. And that came with a lot of character. And so as me pushing the seafood and whatever, I started coming to create ideas. How can I stand out from other seafood and crab companies? And advertising. I never had a store. I never had a storefront store. Everything I did was either out the storage that I have or the trunk of my car. I never had a store. I advertised this store, but I never had a store. And so I was like, you know what? And then one day, this one guy, he stopped me. He said, hey, what would you charge to put their business on the thing? And so I said, you know what? I had to get back to him because I said, okay, this might be something. So from then I said, okay, I'm gonna be on to something. And then it went from there, and that's pretty much how, it really had happened.
Okay, so what year did you start, and how long was it? Like from the time you started, did you start and maybe had to stop for a while, or has it been a consistent thing?
I had to. No, it was start and stop. It was start and stop, but you look at it, that's the part of the game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a part of the game, but when you're in business or when you know how business roll, that's just gonna automatically come with the territory.
Right.
When you doing what you're doing, whatever especially whatever you love to do, and then that ain't really bothering me as much because I knew the slow days and fast days were coming, but that would kind of motivate me more to push a little harder, or not so much of just waiting for the funds to come in. It was just something that I love to do.
Right.
That was, even if I never got anything from it, I knew that if whatever I love joy doing, that sooner or later it'll pay off. I never know when, never know the time of day. The Bible said you never know the day, time, the hour, or when that going to happen. You just gotta have faith and say, you know what, if this is what it is, I just roll with it, and whatever happened. But I know at the end of the day that I'm happy about what I'm doing, even if something do come in or not. At the end of the day, before
So what year did you start?
That about with the art advertising. When I really transferred to advertising, like 2016, 2016. But the seafood, that started about the same time, about 2013, 2014, right around that time.
So what would you say has been one of your major stepping stones, as far as like when you was like, oof, am I really gonna continue doing this, or am I not gonna continue doing this?
I had them days, and it was all fun to me, because even if you had, I want to give up. The part of the whole thing, what you do in life, is how well you gonna challenge yourself. Mm-hmm. It's always gonna be challenges in life, if you really look at it. So when you felt like giving up, I just challenged myself a little harder. Why would I do that now?
Right.
I done came this far, but why? What am I giving up on? That's the thing you gotta ask yourself. Mm-hmm. If you giving up on yourself, because you don't want to do that. First, you gotta have a promise within yourself first before you even include anybody else in.
Absolutely.
Got to. You got to.
So, United Advertising, what makes you different than any other advertising company?
Well, I would say this: we offer taxi advertising. Well, I won't say taxi advertising, but walking billboard advertisement, LED taxi advertisement signs.
Now, what's the LED? Okay, now explain. That's the one with the pretty light at the top of the car.
Yeah, it's a pretty light at the top of the car. I actually selling those, and also I actually use those for different services or whoever want to sign up.
But when you say you sell them, you mean like?
Well, what I mean sell them, if you would like to purchase one, it would be the cost of the unit. And then what I do is I install it in your vehicle.
Oh, so I can ride.
Yeah, you can do it
myself.
See, that's another thing. Let me turn these boards on here. That's another thing that about this business is that even though if somebody may not want to use my services, I have a product that I can sell them outright to teach them the pride of ownership, so they won't have much overhead in what they're doing. So it's not about, it's about the services. But if you do a business or whatever you're doing, everybody right now that own a business or whatever they're doing, you think about owning a business, they want to keep their overhead down and they want a pride of ownership. And I understand sometimes you tell, okay, well, I have this budget, I don't have this budget, I have that budget, but I can work with you. I said, okay, what's the budget what you're working with? So whatever they're working with, I said, I try to, I say, okay, either you can use my services or you can save a little bit more money and buy this whole unit to where you own it outright, and I'll show you how to, program on your phone, and if anything goes wrong with it, 2 years of maintenance, it'd be me that come out, fix it, replace the LED, and I do that in LED programming. So this whole advertising thing really opened a lot of doors for me. Just being creative and just knowing how to, knowing what people want at the right time. That's all it is. Right. That's all it is.
Absolutely. So you got walking billboards.
Yes, ma'am.
You got the LED top unit.
Yes, ma'am. LED mobile.
LED mobiles and what else? I see the boards right there too.
Yeah, these are boards here. This is State Farm. Mr. Joseph Brandolph at Hinesville, Georgia. This is one of the LED boards here, and I'm working on the video board. This one, you can have your ad there, scrolling across and advocating. You can put your own advertising here. And same thing with Coastal Solar. That's right there off not right too far from City Trends. Anyone out there that's looking for solar panels that help them save on their bills, zero down. So it's called Coastal Solar. But that's pretty much what they're pretty much used for. You can buy these. You can, use them for your business, or however the case may be, you can rent them out too. Also,
now, do those stand still or are those walking boards?
Yeah, you put this one on your back here. Both of them are. You just put them on your back, however the case may be. Mm-hmm. And you got a front side, you got a back side, and they light up at night. So if you have say if you advertising for at the fair, or you're a realtor, you need some marketing advertising at the fair, you can be walking around, downtown Atlanta, Savannah, with your ad on the front and the back, and day and night. So if you say, hey, if some business owners may feel that it's more traffic at night, more traffic events at night. So here you go. So most guaranteed time, if you out there, somebody gonna see you. Yeah. They're gonna see you. I mean, even if they may not choose your services or whatever business owner, they gonna see you, and that's what I pretty much sell is the exposure.
So if someone comes to you and says, hey, I want one right here this side, the walking billboard. Now, what would that, are you creating this too, or do they have to have their own to place in there?
Well, however the case may be, I design the print and stuff too.
That's what I'm saying. So you can print what they want on there.
Yeah, I can print anything they want. If anything, you want to put 10% hair off, you open hair salon, grand opening, whatever you like to do on your so-and-so date, or if you want something standard to where it's something you can keep to where they say, okay, hey, I'm gonna need you out there this weekend. I'm gonna need you out there next weekend. Usually I keep the prints. Only time, unless it's a change, if it's a date, meaning like you have a grand open March the 28th, and we just doing it for that day, and that just after the 28th because it's over with. But usually, pretty much they'll just advertise for their business and be out there for that.
So if someone was to with the Go Solar here. If they was to purchase this from you, would it also come with a walking advertisement, like someone actually out there advertising on their own, or how does that work?
So what I can make that happen for you. I can make that happen for you.
So I'm saying, so if I was to purchase this right here, does it include someone out advertising it as well?
Well, no, you just own that board outright, and then what you could do as a business owner, you can either say, hey, I will work something out with me being in it for you.
Okay.
Or you can use one of your employees that you have working for your business that pay them whatever with an hourly rate like that.
That's another thing. Are you self-employed? Of course, but do you also hire on? Do you have employees under you, or is it just?
I have. There's people who I call nobody really consistent yet because it's more like an event type deal basis. But most of the time now, this business is hand on. Yes, when I get a little bigger, however the case may be, or get a big contract, I will source it out, and also to help other unemployed people that need few dollars here and there in their pocket to take care of their family, whatever the case may be. I would do that for them.
I guess I've heard of you being in Savannah before. I've heard that. Where else have you been branching off to here and there so far as except for Hinesville and the Savannah area?
I have been everywhere. A lot of in Atlanta, outskirts of Atlanta. I love it there, but that outskirts of Atlanta. Been to Alma. I think Alma,
Bacon County?
Yeah, way out there. Little bit of Statesboro, Florida, Orlando.
Oh, I love Orlando.
Down in Fernandina Beach. I've been out there. Like I said, it's not just more of the walking billboards. I'm looking to add more things too, come with different ideas to help other businesses out. Right. This is just the scratching the surface of it.
But it's something you love. It's really, some people ain't even been to all the places and stuff like that themselves, but that's what I'm saying. So for you to be into this advertising thing, that's pretty damn good. You starting by yourself too, and going here, and there. What's probably one of the craziest advertisements you had to do? You had to do something crazy?
No, not nothing crazy, but maybe not crazy. That maybe seen stuff, as like St. Patrick's or something like that.
Oh man, and that's right around the corner too.
Yeah, things of that nature. Just see people throwing up drunk and stuff like that. You really don't see. I really don't see a lot of crazy stuff because when I operate, I try to operate during the day.
Yeah.
And somewhat at night it get a little crazy, but not really.
Depending on where you are, pretty much.
Yeah, depending on where you are. I never had the truth, you think about it, I never had a crazy experience. Really? I mean, as in with the boys, but maybe going door to door. When I first started, as in just getting the business out there, getting my flyers out, and whatever, because you're going to experience a lot of things.
I know it.
A lot of doors shuts, but a lot of no's, but it just pushed me, a little farther.
Right.
It pushed me to, okay, all right, let me get back to the drawing board. Let me see what I need to, make something happen. I may need to change this. I may need to change that. So it's always a whole bunch of changes and stuff too. Also.
So what's the difference here in these two boards?
Well,
I see one that can do this and one can.
One is a standard one. One's a standard one, and one provides an LED message display. So as you walk in, fair, however the case may be, wherever you at, you can program. Everything is done from your phone. Everything is done from your phone, and I can show you the app. Download the app. The app is free.
So someone can rent these.
Yeah. Yep. They can rent them. They can rent them out for their event, or they can rent them out for their campaign. If they're running for office or Congress or however the case may be, any promotion that they, even not so much of this advertisement. I done some. How can I say it? Not advertisement, but motivational.
Okay.
Love, pride. Whatever, religion, pride, different, all type of stuff. So, and one thing when we come to that business, I don't try to turn nobody down because I don't never disrespect nobody's religion or what they do, what they got going on, who they with, who they not with. If it's come down to something a little bit crazy religious, then, but I really didn't never had a problem. But I just try to respect people in the place and, whatever they promote, not as
right.
Do the best I can and take it to the next level.
So what other? Okay, I got you. Got the billboards and all that. Do you do like banners and stuff like that, or have you ever thought about putting your own thing on a billboard and stuff like that?
I got something coming, but it won't be on top of the billboard. It won't be it's something way different.
Yeah.
I don't, know too much ones.
Oh no, you good. Hey, that's what I'm here for, to get all the tea.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm trying to get all the info. That's what I'm here to do.
There's no this. When it come, you may not want to put your ad up there.
No.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's,
Might not want to put my ad up.
However the case may be. However, I don't, I just go show you the product and then you decide from there. That's one thing about me is that I show people what I offer. Give them a flyer, give them a card, and follow up with them after 3 days or whatever the case may be. Give them some time or whatever. Think, and I call them back, follow it up, and of course, once they don't call you back, business wise, you know what that means. So out of respect, that just tell me to move along. But then at the end of the day, I give them a flyer, I give them something. So if something would have ever blow up, it's okay. I remember that guy right there. Yeah. Came in my office. Matter of fact, I got his flyer right now.
Yeah.
So, this with anything you do, whatever you doing in life, or you running a business, or if you want to start a business, you have to promote yourself. I mean,
absolutely.
That's the thing. I mean, whatever you do, whatever you love to do, you have to show the people. Vaden Nissan Huntsville. Vaden Nissan Huntsville.
Hey, they need you, man. They need you right now before they close. They trying to get something made now.
Vaden Nissan Huntsville calling me.
But other than the like, you say you used to do like lingerie and stuff like that. Are you going back to? Cause clearly this is going pretty good.
No.
What else are you doing in the background though? Because I mean,
not really. You gotta have a system. You gotta have a program. You gotta have self-discipline. Not really, but this is what I love doing. Is this and take care of my family, take care of my kids, and keeping God first in everything that I do. But I get asked those questions.
Yeah.
Ain't really. I think about doing other stuff.
If it come to you, you know when.
Well, put it like this: if I do something, it'd be investment wise. Something like, okay, here's I might invest in buy a refrigerator, whatever, since we have sitting here. And I put whatever into it, get it right, then I have it for sale, and that's it. I don't want to think of nothing of it to someone say, hey, whatever you got for sale, I got it right here. Yeah. I don't want to push nothing else but this right here. Yes, other investments, I'm all down with that, but my main focus, my main energy time is the marketing and advertising. And whatever I get after that, I just try to maybe invest in give back, to a church, community, someone that, or just invest in somebody else that can bring them along the way, or show them the ropes or whatever, what I'm saying? So it's just something that I just love doing.
So how do you see yourself expanding? Like, so far as going to even more cities and actually putting on employees?
When that time comes, I see it. I got a vision. I see it. And me, I believe I don't like rush anything. I see it. I see it. I see it. But like I said, I have to, as I see in it, I'm still learning it. So when I prepare for it, when it really come, or whatever the case may be, then I'm already prepared in a manner. It's always gonna be something you gotta work on.
Right.
It's always something you wanna, advance yourself. A lot of the stuff comes from with finding stuff within yourself. Meaning that peace, you gotta know yourself. You gotta really know yourself or what you really want out of life first. You gotta know yourself. Because if you don't know yourself, then you ain't gonna really tap into who you really are.
Absolutely.
Or what you really gonna be.
Absolutely.
That's me speaking. That's me speaking. Because you gotta exit out the family, you gotta exit out the friends, you gotta exit out the nation, you gotta exit all that. You gotta say, okay, all right, y'all threw me in this room by myself for a reason. So now what's up? Either I'm gonna come out fighting, or I'm gonna try to come out fighting, but I ain't gonna sit there and do nothing.
Absolutely.
That's what it is. But
sometimes you have to detach yourself from certain things too, in order to get where you need to be.
Yeah, you're right. You're definitely right. And I learned a lot dealing with a lot of real people. And you just not when you on your journey, whatever you're doing, you meet a lot of real people, and your eyes are like, okay, these people are real genuine with no money involved.
Yeah,
people that can take you from here to Africa to Ghana just about them knowing your name and them knowing what you do.
That's very true. That's very true. So I'm gonna ask you a couple more questions.
Yeah,
what are some of the most advertisements that you do? Like so far as it like insurance wise, car dealerships. What are some of the majority ones that you do advertise?
Well, State Farm.
Oh yeah,
that's my man there. And pretty much insurance companies, different people. Most of the time, that's what I did a couple years ago. Was a law firm, Mike Hospital.
Mike Hospital.
Yeah, Mike Hospital. Ken Nugent, and also I pretty much wrap a lot of box trucks for his advertisement, also too. Oh. So if you ever see a box truck in Savannah or Atlanta somewhere that said Ken Nugent, I pretty much had a lot to do with that in a way.
Nah, but you're not rapping, right? You're not doing raps, are you? Or you do magnets and raps too?
Well, rapping, I can do rapping, but if it's a big job like that, I'll handle the sale, and I will get some.
Now, what's a big job? Like, so something like a small tailgate or something.
Yeah, something like that. I do that myself. Like that's like side of the table.
That's good to know. He do rapping too.
Yeah, that's side of the table. That's the side of the table. And then usually what I do is the tailgate and most of the hood. I'm actually working on getting what something I have wrapped, I have a case of beat. But yeah, so we'll say the hood, the trunk, pretty much whatever people can see if you speak in the rapping, rapping cars or whatever case may be.
What's the most smallest advertisement you'll do for some people that's out there to say, man, I'd love to do, getting them to advertise, but I might not have the money. So like you have magnets or something like that. What's something affordable for people that want to advertise but might not have the funds like that?
Well, there's always a payment plan.
hey, like on what you say, Sizzle, 4 payments.
Yeah.
Instead of $19.99 starting off.
If I still,
because like you said, you started off too.
But if they have a budget and they sit down and talk to me, and we, whatever, I say about the lowest I go about 300.
And that's so far as like a.
And some of that I got to pay out of pocket, but I do it out of love though. You see what I'm saying? Some of that stuff I got to pay.
You gotta make it.
You gotta make it. I set it off, and then I gotta make sure it be back here on time for that date. And then that's why when I do what I do, I have to get whatever deposit, whatever the case may be, because the prints gotta come back on a certain time. Because like you might say, hey, Mr. Jones, I need you on the 15th, and then I need to go ahead and schedule that meeting because you may not know your event, whatever event you say, okay, I want to do an event. You might say, well, I'll meet you on the 15th. You might say, and you want to do something on the 17th. Now, your budget may not be right, but I have to rush a print for that 17th. But I will get it done. I will get it done, even if I have to come out of pocket or whatever the case may be, because I know whoever business that I'm advertising for, they're gonna see the company, they're gonna see their brand, and that's the whole part of the whole thing.
So something that low might get me a sticker or something.
Well, I mean, I could put your day or the walking billboard with your ad here, or whatever the case may be. I could do something like that, and make it happen. I can do something like that for you.
So have you reached out to a lot of churches here? Because it's like a church on every corner.
Churches. Yeah,
have you been to just to sit the card in the door or something like that? Have you?
Man, I have been to a lot. I've been to some churches. I have a church that I know personally that has my flyer still at a church.
Yeah.
Right now, as we speak. Yeah, I've been to a lot of churches. And basically with their business organization, it's just more a pastor or the organization, they want to get more members in. And I never done a church, but I tried to, but never done a church. But I guess some certain people don't see what you dealing with until they really see it. So I give them a flyer in the car and follow up with them, and sometimes they want to invite me to their church.
Yeah.
I don't mind, going, but I just can't go to everybody's church.
Right.
That's just me, what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm gonna
be in Jehovah's Church one week, next week you at House of Prayer, good Lord.
Yeah, man, this man all over the place. So
yeah.
I believe in religion, and I don't disrespect nobody's religion. And if I feel that I'm comfortable in certain places, then I just don't go at all. But I will support.
Yeah.
I will support. I don't take nothing, like I said, hey, do what you do. Pray with you.
That makes sense. I want you to tell people, though, where could they find you?
Well,
give them a number, your IG, your Facebook, all your platforms, all that good stuff.
You can find me on Instagram at United Advertising _LLC. You can visit my website at www.ads-united.com, and you can email me at unitedadvertising90@gmail.com, and you can give me a call at 912-610-1638. That's the active cell phone number.
Awesome. I had another question though too.
Radio. Oh yeah.
Radio. I've been getting down there to radio. I heard 93 and 94 were pretty good with advertising, like putting people names out there. Also, we got WJCL here too.
But let me tell you about that. Since you brought that up, I want to say thank you to Miss Daisy Jones, She is over 106.3 the Sparrow, if I'm not mistaken, and FM 98.7. But if Miss Daisy Jones, if you listen to Application B, she gave me an opportunity to be on the radio 2 times.
What?
And I'm actually working on a project and stuff for other radio, other radio stations, because what comes down to advertising, even though things might get a little slow here, might get a little fast here, I do a lot of voiceover for different businesses too.
What?
So I did one for Mike Hospital. If you ever hear a commercial that say, "This quiet moment brought to you by..."
I know all Mike Hospital things. I was number watch basic cable.
That's me. This quiet
moment brought to you by Mike Hospital. The water and his thing come up. Yeah.
Please enjoy. That's me. So
ain't that something?
Yeah. So I do voiceovers for different businesses stuff too. Voicemail said, hey, this is United Advertising. So make it sound professional, make it sound good.
They don't even sound like you right now. You sound like you sweat on that mother.
Yeah, like this is. Oh,
like, yeah.
This message brought to you by State Farm, Mr. Joseph Randolph, and like a good State Farm.
State Farm is there.
That's
man.
me.
Really?
That's me. Yeah, that's me.
That's crazy, man. Wow. So, like you say, you just like you said earlier, you might run into somebody that mentioned your name way out somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So that was not even to my knowledge. You just never know who you're talking to sometimes and stuff like that. But
and that's why I treat people right in a way.
Absolutely.
Even if they might feel the disrespect, there's a way you gotta maneuver around that. But you can kind of tell by the look of a person's face if they want to deal with you, how things go. You just respect them. That's if it's meant to be, and not then. That's it.
Absolutely. I have one more question about this. Can this be split into 2?
Oh yeah. Totally.
So, what if I said I only had $200? I wouldn't get that whole board, right? I would get half of a board.
You get half of a board. You could do, if you want the $200 spot.
Okay, so it goes into 3.
Yeah, so you could have one ad here. So like I said, with this board here, it's more of you could advertise killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I call it. If you have a $200 budget, boom, I can put you right here, and you tell me how many days you want, and then what I do is I would just take a few pictures of whatever the case may be, and put them on Instagram, Facebook. Most of the time, sometimes I don't have to do it because when I'm out, people be taking pictures of me, put them on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah.
And and that's another thing. Anybody out there, you have to every day you gotta weigh your brand. You just never know. You gotta weigh your brand. Just how if those who trying to transition from the 9 to 5 to the entrepreneur side of owning the business, you can do it. Just convert yourself and wearing just how you wear those uniforms every day. You can wear your same brand every day, and it really make it happen. Let people know what you're doing and mean what you say what you mean.
Absolutely. See, I didn't know that. I was kind of I could have sworn I seen one time it had like 3 different sections. So you said are you looking forward to going to River Street for St. Patrick's this weekend? Not this weekend, but coming up.
March the 17th. You're right. That's yes.
That's gonna be it. And now everybody's actually out from the pandemic, so I know it's gonna be one crazy St. Patrick's. Now, you plan on having someone else with you to say, "Hey, man, you go that way, and I'm gonna go this way," or you just gonna cover it all by yourself?
I got some things, I'm trying to work on.
Have some T-shirts to hand out, some cards, some something.
Now that's gonna happen. I'm like I said, I got some things to work with that. That's gonna happen.
Awesome.
Yes, that's gonna be a major impact. That's gonna happen.
Awesome. Is there anything else you want us to know about that we didn't cover? All that good stuff. I gotta see that fire.
Pretty much. That's it. I would say those who out there that's running a business, I would say just keep God first and chase your dreams and just stick to the ones that really believe in you and what you're doing, and pretty much go from there. Yeah.
You got some pretty good deals on here though too.
And like I said, I pretty much work like insurance. I have a standard price, but in case maybe I would do the best I can to fit your advertising, my advertising and your budget, however the case may be.
So somebody say, okay, I'm looking at some of these prices here, and I say, I want this full day right here, but I don't want it here. I want it in Atlanta. How would that work?
Oh, now they will have to cover.
So even if somebody from Atlanta called you and said, hey, they wouldn't look for this. They wouldn't get this same price.
Sometimes I do that. No, they ain't with it. Sometimes I do that. Depending kind of mood I am. Depending. When but I do the best I can.
Yeah.
I do the best I can. And, we try to work something. I do the best. I would do the best I can.
Okay.
But I love dealing with the the LED signs, programming the sign, and pretty much getting to the next level.
Now, what's your mascot rental here?
Well, that stuff, like I said, I was doing that too. With the Elmo, SpongeBob, that's
for parties and stuff.
For parties, yeah, for parties.
Oh, see, man, we didn't even mention that. He do parties and stuff too, man. That's crazy. Yeah. That's good. I see him right there now. That's crazy. See, I didn't know that. So what you got? Elmo, SpongeBob, or whatever?
Elmo, SpongeBob, Jake the Pirate, a lot of other few ones that I'm adding more. More like if somebody want a big pop, grand opening, I have the Elmo there. I might have the walking billboard guy there, or usually.
Or if somebody wants you at their child birthday party too, right?
Yep. Wow. I did plenty. I did plenty.
That's big. Cool. I did not know that.
Yeah. It's
for any occasion. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Parties was the thing.
But this is definitely good to know. That's definitely good to know. But before we wrap everything up, tell the people one more time this camera, that camera, where they can find you and all your information.
You can find me on Instagram at United_LLC, Facebook, United Advertising, and also you can visit my website, www.as-united.com. And my slogan is, keep God first, chase your dreams, and go after what's yours.
And you heard it here from the best, the one doing it right now, United Advertising, Mr. Neal Jones. But thanks for tuning in. We'll see y'all next time at MIA Podcast Mic Check. Peace. Woo.